Elena stood at the edge of the old stone bridge, the wind tousling her hair. Below, the river whispered secrets only she could hear. She'd come to this secluded spot every day since her grandmother had passed away. It was a place where memories felt like tangible entities, swirling around her like ethereal dancers. The bridge, with its worn cobblestones and ancient ironwork, was their sanctuary. Elena's eyes scanned the horizon, half closed against the sun. It was on this very bridge, long ago, that her grandparents had first met. The story was legend in her family, a serendipitous encounter that had blossomed into a lifelong romance. Inspired, she often imagined what it would be like to find such a profound connection. One evening, as the sun dipped below the treeline, Elena noticed a figure approaching. Tall and composed, the stranger walked with a certain purpose, as if knowing the gravity of the moment. He stopped a few feet away from her, his eyes locking onto hers. "Beautiful evening," he said, his voice resonant and warm. Elena nodded, feeling an unexpected sense of familiarity. "It is. This place holds a lot of meaning for me." He smiled softly. "For me too. I used to come here with my grandfather." He extended his hand. "I'm Adrian." "Elena," she replied, shaking his hand. They stood in comfortable silence, the river continuing its timeless song below. Over the next few weeks, their encounters became a cherished routine. They shared stories, dreams, ups and fears, all under the watchful gaze of the fading sun and the bridge that had become their confidant. Elena learned that Adrian was a musician, his fingers weaving magic into every instrument he touched. He, in turn, discovered her passion for painting, the way her brush captured the very essence of her soul. One particularly serene evening, Adrian brought his guitar. The soft strains of his music melded perfectly with the river's lullaby. Elena closed her eyes, letting the melody wash over her. In that moment, she realized she had found it, the resonance she had always sought, the harmonious blend of two kindred spirits. As the last note lingered in the air, Adrian spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. "Elena, do you believe in fate?" She opened her eyes, meeting his earnest gaze. "I do now." He took a step closer, their hands naturally finding each other. In the golden hue of twilight, amidst the symphony of river and guitar, they kissed, a kiss that was both an end and a beginning. The old stone bridge stood witness, as it always had, to the birth of another love story. It knew, as did the river, that this was no ordinary love. It was a connection across time, a resonance that would echo through generations.